Hey guys, welcome. My name is Stephen Ryan. I'm one of the art consultants, and we're here in the Sacred Art Gallery for our May art walk. So we wanted to do a live just to kind of give people a visual who maybe some of you can't make it today, or maybe a couple days from now, kind of get a little taste of what the art walk is like. So we have a great turnout here. We're gonna show you around a little bit. One of our gallery artists was able to come fly out from Utah, Jordan Ring-Sakabe, so we'll show you plenty of his work. You get to meet him, talk to him a little bit. We have several other artists outside, so we'll be able to look at all their stuff that they have here too. Just kind of get a feel for the whole space in the gallery. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, like, if I'm not mistaken, it was like kind of an iconography as well, right? Like, or the Greek letters that were here. And one thing's like Lord, God, right? They have both right, but Mary. So if I remember correctly, it's like sort of an abbreviation culture.
So what is this?
But and then this is like, you know,
Is that a submarine? Okay, I get it because there's another. Yeah, that is. We must. I have.
and so, I think like the road. But yeah, since joining and since like, you know, trying to live out my faith, they're kind of like, it's not as bad as beautiful. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
So like, they
I mean, a lot of there are denominations that like do.
yeah, so not like cause like the word, but yeah, the bad
Yeah. Yeah, we had some LDS young men working out in our house. Because last summer it was so hot that we invited them in. We had a drink, and we stayed for like half an hour and talked to us, and we just.
You know, like some people ask me, what should I tell missionaries? Like, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Like, it's how you argue.
Yeah.
Like, they're just.
Yeah, so that's what we went over there.
Alright, so you can put your name on it and then put my phone number, okay? Yeah, that was really helpful. There you go, Leo.
I know. Us too.
I don't think we can email. And when you bring it back,
Okay, no, that's okay.
No, they're fine. They're my biggest
I
spectators.
think you're gonna give Shalom the best.
And that's absolutely.
Sounds good. Did you grab someone made them, so
Now, are you local? Yeah, we're at
might as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm up in the corner of that gallery. Gallery.
He's gone. Absolutely.
Then throw you in.
It's
If you need help, let me know.
Yeah, it was not easy.
Let's make
The sun sets just like at the end of the day, the sun is perfect. Had the name right from it, that's where we're heading. But what was the company? I can go on Instagram and do it, and I just went with it. So and everyone like a lot of people like my work.
And I made rosaries for her children and her in-law, her daughter and sons-in-laws. And
But no, I do have an Instagram page with all my
So I made, like,
portfolio on there. If you want to see it out, and I do.
from that I have lots of
So it just sort of unfolded as I was painting. And I love mountains. I love just up to the mountaintop. That's kind of the good thing about it. Yeah. And love patterns and then love to travel. So that was North Carolina. And the sunrise, that was in Africa. I went on a mission trip and painted a
That's the one it's about. That makes sense. Okay, so you know the moment in the Bible, right?
This was sunset beginning. Yeah, yeah. Because I just finished
It's a two-word Latin, and the first word is Borica.
So you can do on the back of all the tags or on the pages, temple notes, tickets, keepsakes. What got you into this? You know, I was a scrapbooker for many years, and then when I retired, I had made a junk journal book once with someone else. I don't know. I just.
It's made on scales. It's called squamata.
We got some specialty drinks from a local Italian ice truck, Blue Star. So they are a little Catholic company. Father Gabe Terrell's family represent right here. So we have Sistine Citrus, which I already had. It's very good. And Jordan wanted to try a little bit of both. He wants me to have the Baroque berry. How long have you guys been in business? What's been the most out there place that you've pulled up? Shrek? My birthday party! Yeah, Shrek birthday party. Okay, everyone knows. Hey, I love Shrek. Who doesn't love Shrek? They did an amazing job. Yeah, I love that. That was good.
It was an awesome party.
Swamp water, was that one of the drinks?
Yep, that was the signature.
That was excellent. I love it. Thank you.
Oh yeah, mine are too. Yeah, my other one, thank goodness, he's gone to the bathroom because he would be camping him out.
Yeah, it was on that wall in a car.
Yeah, he's still sovereign. I know. In other words, this isn't a passive event that's happening to him. He's choosing of his own volition to go through. Right? It's like, how do you portray that in art? How do you make that visual? And then like the idea came to me, often when I'm like depressed or sad or something, my mom will say, well, buck her up, buddy, and keep your chin held up. And I'm like, oh, I could use that. And so I can show that he's strong. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
And he's got that power still. By the fact that even though he's allowing this to happen, he's not embarrassed. He's not cowering, trying to not be seen. So it's called coronation.
Wait.
A beautiful sacrifice, right? Yeah. So they don him purple and continue to mock him, not realizing he actually is at this moment being the great king of the universe. Yeah. So.
Do you formally?
So my training goes something like this. I never really did physics during physics class. I just like drawing, ever since I was young. And then, so I used to be a high school teacher. I taught Japanese, but in the evenings I would go to this place called Great Academy Art. I did a portrait class. I did an on plein air class. Wonderful stuff, but I was I actually really like my teacher's art. I kind of like more 19th century realism. And I realized that a lot of the places teach that require a full-time program, and I'm like, I have kids now, I can't really afford to do that. So I'm just going to teach myself as I go and figure it out as I go. And yeah. So I oil paint and velocity.
That's one thing.
It's fun, and when I say stained glass, I'm actually like, I paint on the glass, and then, can I show you real quick?
Sure, of course, I'd love to.
So I'm one artist among the four working on this crazy monument going on in Utah. And yeah, we're painting this kind of stuff onto glass, and then
I've told them a couple of times.
this kind of painting, like I'm not that stuff.
That's the type.
These churches.
Like out of law.
Can I ask you a question? Sorry to stop you guys. Do you guys have like my email or
Can we quickly interview Jordan for this live? If possible.
Yes. Okay. Let me grab a card of this.
Okay, okay.
That'd be good.
That was one of the things yesterday. I just
Thank you. Congratulations. And you know, I could just like send you my email. Or, oh, cool. He's got it. Right. You want my email or? So it's my flat rate. Yeah, I used to be a Japanese high school teacher, and then was painting part-time, and sending my paintings to coffee shops to get some stuff. And then I had converted to Christianity and then changed my subject matter. And now I do this, yeah. A lot of fun. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Yeah. Okay, yeah, same here. Yeah, enjoy your evening.
Thank you.
Super good. Mind if we share you with a broader audience for a little bit?
Oh, very cool. Yeah, how's it going?
Doing a little live. I don't know how many people we have on right now. Is it 5? Could we fit it? We have one.
Very cool. Nice. Hey, awesome.
Well, yeah. You want to say anything? Yeah, come now.
Of course.
Awesome. How long have you made the switch? Like, so what you teacher?
Yep.
Previously. So how long have you now been in like the full-fledged artist?
Yeah, it's a good question. And so time-wise, it's been ever since I did that painting of Jonathan Rumi as Jesus, like praying Jesus is the chosen, right? For my parents for Easter. And then that would have been Easter 2023. So I did that painting. A few months later, I did a painting of Jesus holding hands with my daughter. And then that was the one that ended up selling for like $17K at a competition, like letting me then go full time into this. And that happened. Like it would have been for about 2 years. So it's been 2 years.
So your version of Christianity, what would be like one of the
Triggers kind of thing. Oh, there was several. Fatherhood was huge, right? So like I was like an atheist agnostic for a long time.
Yeah.
But like I realized I was just addicted to like 50 things. you know? Like, and it was really hard to accept that. And I wanted to be free of those things so I could be a better dad. Because I had seen like what like substance abuse issues had done to like other people's like family lives and marriages and stuff. And so I'm like, let's not be that way anymore. And I tried to just like kind of get rid of that stuff by myself and utterly failed. But then like I found myself like in a depression one day on my knees, right, like in my room, being like, okay, God, if you're real and if you're out there, listen, I just want to be a good dad. Like I don't want to mess up my kid. And so if you can make yourself known to me in some way, that would be great. If you happen to be related to some way with Jesus, I promise I'll be cool with it. You know, like, I won't be like too stubborn about that. Like I just want to, I just want to like do what's right, do what's good. And I experienced like a genuine miracle shortly after that. And it was something like this where like my baby was born, right? Like she's now 3 years old, her name's Luna. Luna was just born. Wow. Do you guys want to hear this story? I sort of told you a little bit about it yesterday. Hey, this is my wife. Good to meet you. Nice to meet you. Yeah, so like I said that prayer, right? I told you about it where it's like, I just want to be a good dad. Yeah. So I said that prayer. And then what happened? My mother-in-law's from Japan. She brings like $1,000. And she's like, this is from an obscure cousin who you haven't met yet in Japan. And I'm like, whoa! That's like quite a bit of money for a distant relative to just give us. Like, thank you. And she's like, well, don't thank me. Can you do a painting for them by chance? And I'm like, oh, I'd love to. And at that time, I was doing mostly wildlife stuff, right? Yeah. So I was like, oh, it'd be good. And she's like, I don't know. Like, whatever you want. I'm like, would it be cool to do a fox? And she's like I said, I don't have a dog in this fight. Do what you want. And so I started, like, for half a day, I'm like designing, like sketching up like, these different foxes. And I think like I have something good going, and I look at like what I'm putting together, I'm like, this is garbage. Roll it up, shoot for 3. That idea goes in the dumpster. And so then I'm like, okay, what should I do? And then like as I think about it, I'm like, I'll do an owl. So I imagine an owl on a tree, and behind him is all this like text that like comes from these various books that I've been reading and stuff like that I found insightful. You're totally cool. And I had this idea, and I actually really liked how it worked. Like I worked on that for about 2 hours, right? And then I walk out of the studio area, and then my mom calls me, and she's always loved Jesus, always believed in Jesus, right? And she's like, hey, how are things going with Luna and the in-laws? I'm like, super good, super great. Like, I just like put together a really cool design. And she's like, oh wait, yeah, you were telling me that like you were going to paint an owl for them or something. Right? And I was like, Mom, that's true, but like, I didn't tell you that a month ago. I literally did that 2 minutes ago, I think. Like, I was just in the studio. She's like, no, you sent me a picture in an email, and there was like an owl, and it was on a tree, and had all these words behind it or something. Like, you sent me a cool design that you made on your computer or something like that. I'm like, hold the phone, hold a second. I was like, okay, everything you described to me is a real thing that I did, but I just did it. Like, I didn't do that a month ago.
So she hadn't seen what you were doing just then?
No, I was in Seattle, Washington, and she was in Utah. And so, I get the shivers when I remember this like experience, you know, like, but I was just like, during this time, you know, like, I keep having the thoughts, like, I knew you before you were born. I knew you before you were born. And I'm like, this is an answer to that prayer, isn't it? It's totally God being like, I see you. And it was weird, like, to kind of have that all happening at that moment, but, like, it was like, after that day, I was like, well, there goes my atheism. Yeah, I just made him, like, that prayer was answered, you know? And so I was just like, wow, God's so cool. Like, how does that happen? Like, for an idiot like me, you know? Yeah. And
He knows you. God knows you intimately, like you said, before you were born.
Yeah, before I was formed in the womb, right? Like, and so kind of from there, like, you know, moms can be such opportunists sometimes, right? Yep. She's like, well, I'm glad to hear you're like now praying. there's a really cool show called The Chosen. Do you want to watch it with us sometime? And I was like, kind of actually. And then I see that like first episode with Mary Magdalene, who's like painted over here, right? Like at the end, not the same like model, not the actress or anything, but like she's like the patron saint of the Diocese of Salt Lake, right?
Yes.
Right. And so I was like, oh, I want to totally paint her. But yeah, I saw that episode and I was just like, Christianity's actually really cool and and just kind of from there, I continued to like just dive into it more. Went the Lutheran route for a while, but then the priest was really busy, didn't have a lot of time to meet one-on-one. He had a lot of questions. So I ended up going to non-denominational church instead. And that guy was really cool. But like there was a lot of stuff that they would say like, we do Bible only. But then there's a lot of stuff that like would happen at church that definitely wasn't in the Bible. But like I didn't have a problem with it. I'm just like, it's not really in the Bible, but whatever. Like it's like, why do we hate Catholics when they do things not in the Bible, but it's cool for us to do something not in the Bible? And eventually, like, I was listening to Calvary Chapel guys debating Catholics.
Oh,
like,
you taught my daughter for a while.
Debating this
Yeah.
guy who's trying for it. And like this annoying
Yeah, she wasn't
Trent
the
guy
student.
was just always like smoking my favorite like evangelical and
Good to see you
Protestant
again.
like apologist.
Yeah.
And eventually, I'm just kind of like,
When she was standing, I was in the
like,
lady
he's
section.
he's still
a little
charming, like, and
Not well.
got a good personality. Yes, and he was a Protestant too. Yeah. And so like I was listening to him and Joe Heschmeyer and Brad Heschmeyer, not Heschmeyer.
Well, we just like the art.
Maxim, I'm not from anywhere.
Yeah.
But like, yeah.
Well, I bought a piece here.
That's like Arizona. That's the Arizona accent.
Yeah. Wow. So that's how I kind of got into that. Like,
So was this right after St. Joseph then?
No, this was actually.
His art is all good. It's nice stuff.
Catholic in October, but I had to wait until the next April at Easter Day, right? And so during that sort of period during RCA, I painted this one, and I finished it right before the Easter Day. Wow. I made that one during this time as well. And some other ones that aren't here. And then this one was actually right before I came down here a year ago, so June last year. Yeah. When I finished this one. And this one was just because like I had met so many beautiful people at like there's Kira Anderson being one of them. Remember Kira? Yeah. So Mary Magdalene's her insane, and it just really got me thinking more about everything that she like is sort of an archetype for. Like she was, it said of her that she was possessed of 7 demons, right? Like so, what a radical person that must have been, right? Like I get that though in a lot of ways. Like I don't think I was ever possessed by a demon, but I was definitely possessed by addiction, right? Like and I couldn't get free of it by myself. So like in that sense, I totally relate. And like I remember that moment I was telling you guys about, right? When like God answers my prayer, and like I realized that I'm known and I realized that I'm loved. I want to portray that in Mary Magdalene, right? Like her, so she's still like got all the nice clothes in sort of this like nice like high class world, but like now realizes it's empty. So she's coming out of this darkness, right? The open like windows suggestive of like the direction she's moving into, right? The light is like waiting for her. And you can't not be touched in those moments, right? Like, so that's kind of the whole. That's why this is called illuminated. Yeah, so that's the whole point behind that one. It's like kind of like the exposition of conversion, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Sorry, like we were originally talking to that dude. I hope you're still there. Like,
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
yeah, of course. This one. Yeah. It's funny,
Thank
like,
you guys for
even
tuning
to this
in.
day, like,
We appreciate you. If you haven't come out yet for the art walk, please keep an eye on your calendar. Look on our website, look on our social media. I'll let you know when the next one's coming. Hope to see you there.
When there's anything I would like for her. For my mother-in-law. Yeah, because like, yeah, it was kind of through her that all this happened. So, yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was
So how much of this stuff is yours? Like this wall is yours?
Yeah. So, like starting from here, I wish, but you're right. But yeah, so these ones are all mine, then wrapping around the corner, and then the new ones are the rosary one, yeah, the crown of thorns one. This